Yo, 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 yo. Come on in, man. Come on in. We back at it. Back at it, man. We back at it, man. Y'all come on in. Come on in. God, back at it again. We back at it again like Yellow Beezy.
Yeah, that definitely was his song. Definitely was his song, man. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I'm feeling great. Y'all should be feeling great. It is a Wednesday night hump day. And man, we getting closer. Another day closer toward the NBA. Oh no, not NBA. It's my bad. I'm looking at the Hawks. But another hey, gotta keep my eye on them Hawks. Gotta keep my eye on them Hawks. But yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
The NFL draft, man, it's gonna be interesting to see what we do. And we're going to get into it. But hey, man, we got a few things we need to talk about tonight, man. Been a minute. Gotta catch back up.
Long minute. Silk, what's up, man?
What's happening?
Robert Blackman, what's good? DBG11, what's up, my guy?
What's happening now?
Good evening, what's happening? EW got a lot of nerve, but he about to go in.
Yeah.
And you know we about to go in. You know how we do. Big John, what's up, man? John Higgins in the house, my big bro, man. He said he checking out the Hawks, man. Crazy. He should have just left quiet and been gone. Absolutely, Big John. Absolutely. Michael Bush, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Sweets, what's up, my guy? Doug Morrison, what's up, man?
You feeling?
Kibu, what's up, my guy?
What's going on?
Good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Old Elijah, man. He had something to get off his chest. And I don't know where this animosity come from, man, but you know, have you now? I know y'all ain't even got to say have y'all heard it, but do y'all know what the old folk used to say? Tony White was good. Never bite the hand that feeds you. Y'all remember that saying? If y'all remember that saying, put like Big Low said, man, put a 1 in the chat. If y'all remember that, never bite the hand that feeds you.
Shoot, I'll put a 1 in the chat. I can tell you that.
Yeah, put a 1 in the chat for us. Yeah, put a 1 in the chat for us. There you go. So
yeah, man.
We've all heard that. But this is the perfect scenario where you use that. When you're an NFL player, it's a blessing. You know how many players, and we're about to see it in a couple of weeks. Well, about a month. We're about to see it. Where these guys chase their dreams, and not everybody gets to make it to the NFL. And it's a blessing, as I'm saying. And as an NFL player, you get on the team, you get drafted, you get to play. And Elijah's been around for a while, so he knows. And for some reason, he goes off on his teammates. And this is a bad, this is educational, and we from that school, y'all. But he goes on a rant, and y'all done saw it, but we had to speak on it. We just haven't had time. But when you go off on your teammates,
right,
on the former team that you were on, that protected you, played with you, trusted you, but then you go off when you get on another team, you just want to go off on your former team, that's a bad look on you. And he can switch. He can flip Chris. He can flip them up any way he wants. But they will bite the hand that feeds you. And we talk about fans and players.
And my thing is too, bro. Like you think about this too, though.
Okay.
How many times have we seen fans go off on old teammates or whatever, or old players that played for the team? My thing is, you see this all the time. This has been happening before social media, during social media. So it's going to forever happen. If you don't play well, fans are going to let you know. Shoot, some players even play well, and fans still let them know. Think about it. There's people right now that say F Matt Ryan.
Facts. They still think Michael Vick the best quarterback in Falcon history, but that's a story for another day. But keep it going. Yeah,
I'm just saying, hey, there's some people, there are some people that still, because I've met them that still say F Michael Vick. It's just, regardless, it's like, again, it doesn't matter who you are. You can be criticized, and it happens as a professional athlete. That's why you got to have that tough skin. And that's why some people say, hey, man, if you don't want to be famous, if you don't want to have that light on you, then, you know, make sure you stay out of it. Stay in the dark.
Facts. But he had the nerve to go off on players and fans. And the reason why I said never bite the hand that feeds you, and this is what I mean by it. When you start being negative towards fans, that's just a whole nother level of disrespect. And like you said, fans do it to players all the time. But players are professionals. They supposed to look at social media and let it, you know, rub off their shoulder. But again, we saw it on our boys show, the Water Boys, not too long ago with Kyle Pitts. But now you see Elijah Wilkinson going off on Kyle Pitts, going off on fans. Kyle Pitts, now his former teammate. And they went off.
Darnell Mooney as well.
Darnell Mooney as well. He's a former Falcon now, but still the same thing. But I just want to know, when you get to Arizona, Ghost Pepper, what's up, my guy? I just want to know, when you get to Arizona, man, are teammates going to look at you the same after you do something like this on the former team? Because you got to remember, Tyler Allgeier is there too. Yep. And he was a teammate in Atlanta. So how is Tyler feeling about this? That's what I want to know. But, I mean, look.
Isn't Calais still down there too?
Calais is there as well. No. He's a free agent.
Oh, okay.
But he could return. But he's a free agent. But he could return. But if y'all been living under the rock, which I know y'all ain't.
This is crazy.
This is one of the screenshots. And I don't know what this is. Chris got to guide me through this because he took
I
this.
got you. Yeah, okay. I got you. No, it just so the top one was just in the purple. That is a fan, and it said, "Well, yeah, now you are." And basically, pretty much, this one was coming from he was talking about being on the team, and then the fan was like, "Yeah, that's why you signed with the team too, right?" Because he kept on saying it 28-3, and then he was like, and then the crazy thing about it is, Wilkinson would go on to then say, "Actually, no, I didn't. I signed with the Cardinals," and then, which made him look and sound even more ridiculous, because he was like, "Well, yeah, now you're on that team, yeah, but you were on our Falcons," and they said, "We just beat them, no thanks to you." And then said, "Ha, I beat them while on your team, idiot." And it said, "No," and then the fan saying, "Yeah, I'm saying no thanks to you, stupid." And then he replies 28-3. Fan replies, "I recall the first game of the year when a washed-up Bucks player had his best game of the season against you, 28-3. Remind me, did you sign here originally or did we claim you? Either way, I see why Raheem got fired, because he trusted you, your garbage behind." And then he replied again, 28-3. So it just, I mean, that's one slide. That's just one. Like,
that's just one.
Yeah, we're not gonna show all of them and everything, but we do have a couple that we chose that, you know, we're gonna show in everybody. But yeah, Dirty Bird says
9 false starts is ugly. Yeah, he did have 9 false. Yeah,
ugly. Bro, I got even worse for you. Okay, you want to talk about penalties? He was flagged 12 times. That ranks 83rd out of 89 qualifying tackles. 83rd out of 89. So it was only 6 guys that was worse than them, and a couple of them were rookies. So think about that too. False starts.
He's supposed to be a vet.
That's supposed to be false starts. He led the team with 9 false starts. We already know penalties are killers. Penalties are stallers. He had 9 of them. You know, so like fans and analysts, they notice. You notice that frequently he'd be getting called short yardage situation, false start. We already know most of the time where it's coming from. We'll be actually overjoyed and surprised when it would be somebody else other than Wilkinson. You'd be like, "Oh man, okay, Lindstrom, all right, whatever. Jake, okay. Bergeron, New Zealand, anybody but Wilkinson, please." Because we already know when he getting beat, he getting beat. I got more stats for you. He allowed 46 total pressures. Think about our quarterbacks, man. That is 6th most in the NFL for a tackle, and allowed 6 sacks.
Is it safe to say he got our quarterback hurt?
Oh, I got you. QB hits. He allowed 9 of those.
Okay.
9
Yeah.
QB hits, and that is near the bottom of the league. He is 80th in that category.
But he cracking jokes.
He was 67th out of 89 as far as pass grade goes. This guy, bro, if nothing happens to Caleb McGarry and Storm Norton,
He's not even on the team.
See the field at all.
He won't even be on the team. He'll probably be on the practice squad.
Bro, I'm telling you, you don't see the field at all. My thing is 2 guys had to get hurt. Darn near 3 just for you to hit the field.
Facts.
What are we talking about here? Like, what? Like, what? That's almost like, say, okay, it's a lockout on a CBA. It's a lockout, and all of a sudden they just got to start picking up like the random players off of the streets. Not even like the good ones, just random players. Hey, you want to play? You want to play? And then like that random player has a terrible year and then got the nerve to be like, yeah, man, that franchise suck anyway. Boy, what is you talking about? You wasn't even supposed to be there. Right. How you hating from the outside of the club and you wasn't even supposed to get in?
You wild, boy. Dirty Bird said his rant just proves how bad he was last year. If he played well, he wouldn't just said anything. Getting on other players and even responding to them is crazy. Absolutely, DBG. Absolutely, man. 9 false starts is fucking ridiculous. Shout out to our boy Ryan on the bird cage, man. He said at this point, let him do what he does. He on some BS with Buddy. We got rid of the riffraff. Now bring in someone who can actually protect the quarterback. Absolutely. He had to get his feelings hurt. But here's another little rant he went on with the 28-3. But I think you talked about this.
I mean, it was just bad. I mean, this one was a little bit different. This one is more quick just to get through. Of course, he's saying 28-3 P word, and also worst loss in NFL history. And it said you couldn't even block for Bijan. How hard is it to block for Bijan? Mama would be so disappointed in you, bud. And then you just go on more 28-3. Yeah, it was. Then you just got more 28-3s. That's why you. And then that's what I was talking about when he was saying that's why you signed here to play, right? And then he was like, actually, ha, no, I didn't. I'm on the Cardinals. And it's just like, bro, what are you talking about? You did sign here, and it just even looked even more crazy. That happened. Pull up that next one.
This one.
Yeah. See, now this is what we're talking about right here. Now I couldn't find the. Oh, yes, it is. No, that's not it. I didn't see. Dang, I don't know if we have the one where he talked about Kyle Pitts, but this one is the one where he's mentioned Mooney.
I think the one with Kyle Pitts when he was it was like rotating. I couldn't catch it.
Yeah, it's all good.
It was moving up and down, so
he just was talking about. He was talking about the thing with Kyle Pitts was talking about as many passes. I mean, as many things like Kyle Pitts was dropping passes. He said Kyle Pitts out there. He said something else about Kyle Pitts as well. But regardless, he did attack
is this
Kyle.
Mooney he was talking about?
Yeah, he was talking about Mooney here. He said, ha. Yeah, all right. And all those passes Mooney dropped and Pitts. Okay, so he did say something about Pitts in this one too. He was like, all them passes that Mooney and Pitts.
Have fun rooting to lose the end up. Man, hell no. Wow. What? Man, hold on. I swear for Lord. They better not play at Atlanta next year because he's going to get ran through like a chick on Stewart Avenue.
Now I'm talking to everybody that ever played organized sports, no matter I don't care what sport it was. If it was some sort of organization there, you know exactly what I'm about to go with this. Rule of thumb, and just like an unwritten rule that you do not do, you don't go out there and like publicly just bash teammates like that. You don't go out there and just burn those particular bridges. Because like I said, seen in the chat, and it was absolutely correct. You never know when you may have to cross that bridge yet again. You never know. because football is crazy and life come at you fast. For all you know, something may happen, and the Falcons may have been the only team that possibly give you another paycheck. Then you think about this too, like you said, Tyler Allgeier is there, but just think about it even bigger so than a brotherhood. The NFL is supposed to be a shield, right? So with you calling out your brothers like that, how do your new brothers view you?
I wouldn't view. I just said, if I was on a new team, the only thing might be his saving grace is Tyler Allgeier. If Tyler Allgeier has his back in Arizona, he might be fine. But if he don't, guess what? He's not going to be there long. And don't get me wrong, it ain't even the players. What if management see him doing that and say, hey, he ain't worth all this? He giving up bad publicity. He ain't even signed. He ain't even hit the field yet. He can get cut already. Just trust me. Go to training camp with that attitude and see what happens.
Bro, it wouldn't surprise me, bro. That'd be something else if he did. Man, coming at Mooney and Pitts the way they did. Kyle Pitts is still on this team. Darnell Mooney was a part of this team, but again, and of course, I don't expect to hear anything from Mooney or Pitts, and they really shouldn't have to say anything. When everybody knows this is a clown show type of behavior, and it doesn't have to be said. Let's get focused and ready on the season. But yeah, overall, as a brotherhood, as the shield and everything like that, how can they look at Elijah Wilkinson the same when he just took out not only a franchise, they gave you a shot? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Good luck with that clown show over there. Just because a fan said, "Thank God you're gone." My thing is, bro, look at this. He mad, right? Like he upset. Like I'm sorry, bro. You too big to be acting that cream puffish, that soft. I'm not even gonna lie. It just at the end of the day, think about this too. Talking about y'all have fun being not being good next year. It was another one he had that was crazy about how he called Tua the concussion king.
I saw that. That was wild.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Wow. You taking out people like again. How can anybody view him as somebody that I would want to go to war with?
But I'll be honest with you, bro.
That's the type of what you got.
He knows his career about over. That's why he's doing this. He knows his career on the last leg. He was undrafted too, though. That's what I'm saying. Like this guy's been bouncing around the league. At the end of the day, even if your career is about over, why would you accelerate the process as an NFL player? Why would you accelerate that? I'm talking about I'm saying,
it makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense. And honestly, again, I can only imagine behind the scenes how these guys view him.
Yeah, agreed.
Overall, again, bro, you wouldn't want to go to war with that. That's the type of dude that you be in war on battle and you trying to take down the opposition and come to find out he don't backdoored you and made a deal. And next thing you know, he cutting you down from behind.
Facts. That's what I'm talking about. But I mean, hey, it happened, bro. It happens. But yeah, man, that's just something that just gotta hurt. And don't get me wrong. I know a lot of the players in the locker room, they probably saying, man, where did this come from? He just been holding it in for the last 2 years because he been there, 3 years? Well, no, he was here the last 2 years. And he was here, I think, in 2022, if I'm not mistaken, or 23, because he played at guard. Then he played well for 9 games, then just went backside, got hurt. So he's been a journeyman, man. So, I mean, it happens. But go ahead.
No, the last thing I just got to say, I know we got other topics, man. It just this hero narrative that he's trying to build for himself, talking about he bailed the Falcons out of a spot where they had nowhere else to turn. Now, okay, to a degree, that is true. I mean, he was the third string guy. We didn't have really nowhere else to turn because anybody who behind you is worse than you. So it's just you got a point there, but you wasn't necessarily the hero. you were just the next man up. And Terry didn't go make any real moves to try to even go get somebody on the line. He went and got Michael Jarrell, you know what I'm saying, who, no disrespect, but shoot, man, you better than Jarrell.
I'd do one better. The damn tackle that they drafted, they didn't even help him develop before he got hurt.
Yeah.
That's why you hit the field.
Yep, Nelson. I mean, at the end of the day, right, Oak, man, by far the weakest link. When I'm talking about how far, we in Georgia right now. That joker in Spain, that's how by far the worst. I'm just like, I just got to call spade.
Hey, what's up?
You
got to call spade a spade. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. We just got to call it a spade a spade. He was bad. You know, yeah, we had to use him, but he was bad. So now think about this. If we would have had a better right tackle, and you can't just put it all on one person. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, guys got to do their job. But let's just be honest. On the play where Michael Penix got hurt, that was your guy.
Facts.
That was
That's what I'm saying. And that dude had cooked him and told him that he got our quarterback hurt. I agree with him 200%. So, I mean, it's just something that, you know, you got to learn from. And as NFL players, and especially players in the Falcons locker room, they just got to be mindful who they talk to in that locker room, who really got their back. And somebody like him, they just spiteful because, you know, for one, he not getting top dollar money as an offensive lineman. He getting paid good. But he not getting top money. So, you know, there's a lot of factors went into why he was doing what he was doing. It lets you know he didn't like a lot of his teammates. And he just took for him to leave for him to show it.
But bro, that's just the ultimate, like, Benedict Arnold. Like, like, what are we doing? Like, it's just, oh my goodness. Like, and think about this, for those of the ones who've been like, well, Caleb McGarry got Kirk Cousins hurt. Because remember, Caleb McGarry and Cam Jordan that time when Kirk Cousins got dunked on the shoulder. But think about this. In that play, he tripped. He got, you know, Caleb got tripped in that one. That's the only reason why it was a complete bull rush.
Fell back. Yep.
Right. That's why it was a complete bull rush. Ain't nobody trip, clip, flip, anything in Elijah Wilkinson on that play with Michael Penix. He just simply got beat. I'm talking about to sleep.
Because if y'all really want to know about Caleb McGarry is built like a damn tank. If he go forward, Cam Jordan is getting nowhere near Kirk Cousins.
Especially when Caleb really realized how to use his weight and his size and all that stuff like that. Because first season, I admit, Cam Jordan used Caleb McGarry, but that's
because he didn't know. He didn't know. Yeah. Right.
But if you look at it, Cam hasn't been able to push him around like he has his rookie season, you know, and that all since then. So, hey, man, at the end of the day, let's talk about AJ.
Yeah. Because Elijah, he irrelevant at this point. He's with the Cardinals. We still the Falcons. So let him be him. More power to him out there in Arizona. But we got to give our boy Tyler a shout out. Shout out to him for representing for the Falcons for 4 years. And we thank him for his services. So I want him to go be great. I want him to have that Michael Turner effect. Go down there, rush for 1,000 yards. And become an all-pro back, which I know he can be. But go ahead.
I'm sorry, man, because things just keep coming to my head about this situation. Think about this too, fam. Atlanta Falcon fans tore Jalen Mayfield a new one.
Boy.
And you didn't hear a peep. I'm just saying certain guys are just a little bit more emotional than others.
Right.
You didn't hear a peep out of Jalen Mayfield, and I remember some of the things that were getting said to Jalen Mayfield, about Jalen Mayfield, tagging Jalen Mayfield. He didn't say a word. Still to this day, I haven't heard anything from Jalen Mayfield.
Is he still playing?
Nah, I don't think he's in the league right now, honestly. But regardless, you know what I'm saying? If you don't play well, okay, he bowed out respectfully. You just like, hey, it just didn't work for me here. You know what I'm saying? Right. Regardless, it just didn't. Elijah, he bouncing out like he was Chris Lindstrom walking up out of here or something. I don't know, bro.
Right. Like he Richmond Webb or some damn body.
Bro, what is going on?
Yeah.
The audacity. I'm talking about, boy, the the unmitigated gall, as my man T. Will would say.
Dude, yeah, damn 9 penalties, false start penalties. Motherfucker can't even hit a damn snap count correctly. But man, that's neither here nor there, man. Let's get to AJ.
Yeah, all right, yeah, that's fine.
I go on about that all night.
I'm sorry.
But y'all saw AJ get his contract converted into salary into bonus, clearing $9 million in cap space, $12 million. That's a good little bit. Now, his number for this year goes down, but the number goes up the next 2 years.
Yes,
this year, 13.5, you can deal with that. And remember, next year we have cap space coming in.
Indeed.
Plus, contracts going out. So we're going to be upwards to, I would say, about $60-70 million. But, other contracts, it could be about 55 still. But we'll see when they get there. But 27.5 next year, and the year after that, 29.5. And at that point, they got to make a decision if they're going to keep him or trade him or, let him play out his last year here or just cut him and, see what the dead cap will be. Because 29.5 for a cornerback is crazy. I'm just being real.
Amen. I was just about to say, shoot, by the time 2028, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody as far as a corner will be making that or at least close to that, just like as their salary. It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. Just because the money's just been going up and these salary caps going up. Right. It may not be 30 million a season, on the dot, but I can see like 20 something for sure, for a corner. So I mean, it more so asks you or makes you wonder, what are the Falcons up to? Because even with the restructure of AJ, that gives you 28 million of cap space, even though still waiting on the numbers for our new cornerback that Ian Cunningham signed in the middle of the night, literally 1 o'clock in the morning, and that's Darnay Holmes from the cornerback from the Raiders and from the Giants. 1-year deal, again, still waiting on the numbers for that. That's pretty much going to be like a slot corner. That's primarily what he played, slot position, so it could be depth for Billy Bowman as he's returning, or should I say working his way back from that torn Achilles. And, of course, we lost D. Alford to the Bills, and shout out to D. So happy for D being able to get that first big contract, especially coming from the CFL. Just everyone knows his story by now, but shout out to D.
Tusculum, college, HBCU,
that's what I'm saying. And as for Holmes, last season with the Raiders, he was a rotational player. He had 19 tackles, and he has 4 interceptions and 21 pass defense. So, again, another depth piece that's going to go along with Natron Brooks. We're going to see what the camp battles are like. But that's pretty much your situation. And I want to know, Smitty, as far as guys go and as far as what we need for the draft, I'm looking at it. We have 5 picks right now. It could be we could add to that if we trade back, of course. But 5 picks right now. How much money you think we're going to need of that $28 million for our rookies?
Good thing with this, and I'm gonna be real with you.
Okay.
We don't have a first round pick, so a good little bit of that would have went to the first round pick.
Right.
So that's a plus. So it's usually about 10 to 12 million, but with no first round pick, I think it'll be closer to, I would say, 6, 7, or 8 million. So we don't need as much as we usually do with a first round pick, because I think, and then with a second round pick, you only have 4 years. There's no guarantee. There's no option for a 5th.
That's true.
So I think it works out, to a degree. We still waiting to see what happened with Pierce. He got the main charge dropped, which is the 5 years for, with the offers and all that. But he still has some penalties that still could get him jail time. But I think at this point, with them dropping that big charge, he might be looking at probation, but he will be looking at suspension from the league. It would be anywhere from 10 games to a full season. And the Falcons have to decide if they trust him off the field after this happened, and if he's going to still be with the Falcons. So, I mean, he still has a long road ahead. And with 5 draft picks, and honestly, with this pick right here, this signing, and we signed Natron Brooks, I think cornerback is going to be an option in the draft because I'm looking at it. Cornerback is going to be an option. Running back is going to be an option because they haven't even talked about trying to fill that position. When they drafted Bijan, when they went to that offseason, they filled every roster spot but the running back. So running back is going to be something that we look at number 48 or in the third round. So just don't be surprised, man. Because you got to think about it, they got to protect the quarterback as well because with Tua coming in, the running game is going to be super vital going forward because that's how you're going to carry this team for the first, I would say the first 5 to 6 games. But go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, you just don't need anyone coming in doing what Elijah Wilkinson did, or worse.
Right.
Honestly, you need somebody who's going to come in capable of doing the job. Somebody strong. I still expect for Jack Nelson to get some burn because he's a young player. Still, we knew he needed developing when we drafted him. That's why we wasn't mad that he was a 7th rounder. It really was a good value pick at that position. The position was a value pick, and the placement where you picked him up at in the 7th round, that was good as well.
Facts.
I feel like, Nelson just still needs some more polishing, and you possibly could see him, moving forward. You possibly could. We'll see. But
with Callahan, I expect that though, A1. With Callahan, I expect to see him.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. I really do. But regardless, I agree with you, bro. Like, that's why I said I wouldn't be surprised if we went O-line or D-line with one of our first picks because you have to attack with the D-line, that offensive line. And then for us, it's vital, just like you said about Tua, also about Penix. So you have 2 guys. You have one that's going through something with a brain that's a brain injury pass, and you have something that's going on with a knee injury pass. So again, you have to make sure that you are anchoring, not just, protecting. You got to protect and anchor that offensive line. You have to. I mean, it's not just us. Every team, all 32 teams need to anchor their line. It's just some teams invest in it more than others. Look at Joe Burrow. They haven't figured out how to anchor that line at all.
And he one of the best quarterbacks in the league. That's just sad. But they cheap, and we expect that.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. Shoot, if it wasn't for Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, they don't have those deals because he wants both of those guys.
Facts. Doug Marshall, thank you for the donation, my brother. True, appreciate it. Doug says, y'all see what Cam Jordan said? He would never come to Atlanta like we want that dude here anyway. Yeah. He's even saying he don't trust Kate Ellis for wearing red and black coming back to the Saints. Sorry. But, I mean, dude, he had to go get his money just like you got your money. What's wrong with that? And then that lets me know how much a lot of these players, they pay attention to what's happened in the past. In the past, I've been watching football since 1989. And I know, and I can damn near name every one of them. Saints and Falcons played for both teams. First one I remember, Craig Ironhead Hayward. You want another one? Wide receiver Micah Haynes. You want another one? Ashley Ambrose.
Joe Horn.
I can keep going.
No,
so it's just something that happens. It just happens.
It was funny when I saw that. I was like, and then it was another interview I seen. He was like, well, I can't go to the Browns. I can't go over here. And then I know Clint, our guy Clint, he was like, well, maybe the Falcons. And then I was told Clint, I was like, I highly doubt it because of what he said. And yes, he does not trust Caden Ellis. This is a guy that's going to be walking around a locker room, not trusting his brother in arms on the defensive end just because he was a Falcon. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, he played with Caden Ellis. That's what I don't get.
He's saying, but my thing is, I remember when Caden first signed with the Falcons, Cam Jordan was vocal then. Like, he was like, you went to the, he signed where? It was like, I think it was like a post just like that. Like, he signed where? You know what I'm saying? Type thing. Like, Cam does not like the Falcons, just like how the Falcons does not like Cam. But I'm going to be real with you. I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate because on the flip side, I kind of get it. We have the best rivalry, if not one of the best, arguably the best rivalry, if not one of the best in football. Aints, Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, we always circle when we're gonna play the Aints. Even if we don't circle nobody else in the NFC South, we always circle both of those games. We always want to smack them both of those games. And think about it. I don't know how y'all felt, but when Curtis Lofton went to the Aints,
yeah, that's another
type of way.
Right, Kibo. That's another type
of way.
Yeah, but I had two questions. I had one on right here, and I get to the other in a second. But Swat said, "What y'all think about drafting AJ's little brother and put him on the other side?" Swat, that would be nice, my guy, but he's not falling past 20. He's a top 20 pick all day long. Now, he fall past 20, I would be surprised. Now I know he's a little bit undersized. Don't get me wrong, but when you talk about technique, speed, all that good stuff and athletic ability, he right there. He's right there. And think about it, AJ is physical. He's physical like AJ, but just a smaller version. He's a top 20 pick. And if somebody pass on him, if he get to the second round, he gonna make somebody pay. That's all I'm gonna say.
I agree. That would be something else though, boy. One Terrell's on both ends. That'd have been something else. And honestly, I feel like that really would amplify both of their games because they know it's like you're playing for the team, but because y'all play the same position, y'all playing for each other too. And it's like AJ wants to make sure his technique and everything is the best that it can be because when it's film study, guess who in that film room with him looking at his older brother's technique, learning behind his older brother? It's gonna be his look, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be young Terrell. So it's like, hey, that would
be the reason why I would like that see that is because I know AJ is gonna be here at least after this year, at least 2 more years, or maybe at least 1 more. Because like I said, at 29 and a half, you're signed to another deal or you're cutting. But
yeah, true.
You could see them together for at least possibly 2 seasons at the least. Because when you think about it, he would be you want to move on from AJ, you still got his brother on the other side with the same skill set. So you wouldn't be losing anything. So look, it happens. But DBG11, he said, would it be okay taking Bobby Wagner on a 1-year deal? I know he's up there, but he can still play. Absolutely, he can still play. Mm-hmm. But the thing about Bobby, he's a thumper and he goes downhill. When it comes to coverage, can't keep up with linebackers and running backs anymore.
At all.
Now, he's a great leader. Don't get me wrong. He's a great leader. Yeah. But the athletic ability is just dwindling just a little bit too much for me. But go ahead.
And honestly, I feel like Devon Diablo and the rest of the defensive scheme will have to overcompensate for the lack of coverage. Again, he, like you said, downhill thumper, Hall of Famer, I think Bobby Wagner is. But overall, I just feel like for what we're wanting to do and the youth movement that we have, it would be a veteran presence. And if you could, and then think about this, the money, he still kind of commands high money, not like Khalil Mack, but still there.
He's still in the 10 million range.
Yeah.
Because he's been in the league so long and he can do that. He has a Super Bowl ring, Pro Bowls, All Pros. He has the accolades to back up his money. So, they're not going to go for a $10 million, 36, 37-year-old linebacker. They're just not going to do it. So, I mean, I get it. He's an excellent player. Always will be. I think he's Hall of Fame worth it. But, no.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely, Doug. Don't let stupidity stop you from getting the bag. If you got to go to a team and get your money, no matter who they are, rival or what, because we've seen a lot of players go to rivalry teams just to get paid. Because guess what? Life after football. You got to get paid because a lot of that money, they don't tell y'all this, but I'm finna tell y'all right now because I have a cousin played in the NFL. And a lot of their money goes to surgeries, medicine, and recovery shit to keep their body up, to keep it from breaking down after retirement. I remember a linebacker from the Bengals. Remember it like it was yesterday. He spent, and back then they weren't making nowhere near what they're making now. But this was like 80s, 90s, somewhere in there. He was a linebacker for the Bengals. He had, I think, 7, 8 knee surgeries. That almost took everything he had. because surgery is not cheap. Think about that. 6, 7 knee surgeries
Ouch.
to get your knee right just to even walk straight. So, I mean, no matter who you play for, get your money. Because trust me, if you don't invest it, you're going to be spending it left and right. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
So,
Off
it's
topic.
not easy.
Off topic. Has anybody seen with former NBA player? Dang it, he had multiple knee surgeries too. Played for the Bucks. Can't remember his name off the top of my head right
Lee
now.
Robinson?
Nah. This was around in the time where, like a decade ago. Remember he tore his ACL like twice in the same knee, and both of them was non-contact. Played for the Bucks.
What position?
He was playing like forward. Not Evans, not Okafor.
He won Larry Sanders, was it?
Nah, Matter of fact, now it's gonna bother me. Now I gotta look it up. What is his name? Now
I go to this question. Why you he want to know about L'Jarius Sneed as a cornerback. That would be a nice fit, but again, we got to see what that money look like. Now I'm gonna be real with you. When he got to Tennessee, he did not look like the same L'Jarius Sneed that was in Kansas City.
Heck no.
So
for that $76 million contract they gave him,
yeah.
And then look, they just recently released him because in 2 seasons he only played 12 games. Right now he's
out of possibly 34 games.
Right, and right now he's coming off of a biceps injury or a triceps or something like that. Regardless, man, that's some damaged goods right there, boy. He missed the final 10 games of 2025, and he's still rehabbing the quadriceps. So it's the quads. His quads has not been holding up, but the Falcons are actually linked to him. That's crazy. So I guess that's why the question come up. They said, well, I mean, it would be a low risk, high reward type of a signing, but I would definitely want to see what the money is looking like because the Titans. Okay, when the Titans cut him, they saved $11.4 million in cap space, and again, that was a major contract that he signed. So I mean, he still got to pay him money. I'm trying to figure that out now.
What was his guarantee this year?
Hold on 1 second.
If you add up how much he had left on his contract, plus what they save, that'll give you exactly how much he'll make.
Okay, 4 years, 76.4 total guaranteed was 51.5.
Jesus. And they save
they're eating 8.1 million in dead cap just this year.
Okay. And they save 11, so they save 3 next year.
Yeah.
So
his expected range right now is between 5 and 8 million, and they're considering that a 1 year deal.
Yeah, because he made 12 with them, a little bit over 12 with them. So I would say 4 divided by, I would say they probably had to pay him. I would say, if I'm gonna be honest, I would say around 20 million over 2 years.
Good God.
Somewhere in that range. So if he signed a contract, that's about right. He would only get about 5 to 8.
Good.
Because
God.
think about it,
bro. When the ink dried, he made 44 million.
Yeah, guaranteed. He got that at the signing, right?
Oh man.
Hey, Doug, I agree. But Kenny, he ain't playing basketball no more. As long as he comfortable with that, and I'm telling y'all, man, these surgeries are expensive. And that's what he got the money.
Jabari Parker. I'm sorry. Jabari Parker. That's who I'm talking about.
He played for the Hawks. How could you forget that? He played for the Hawks.
It was a brief stint, and he was more so known for when he, for when he got drafted by the Bucks, because remember he tore his ACL in 2014, his rookie season. Right. Facts. Tore his ACL his rookie season, non-contact injury against the Phoenix Suns, and then he did it again February 8th in the same knee, 2017. He just retired
last year.
Yeah, he playing overseas. He playing
he's from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he overseas. But I'm saying he retired from the NBA. He
Yeah.
playing overseas. Yeah, he been overseas about 5 years, I think.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, both to the same knee. But my point was even bringing him up, his knee, the left knee that he tore, that thing, it almost looked like a crater, bro. Just to go to your point about all the surgeries and everything, it almost like he can't have honestly, if Lord forbid if anything was to happen, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he would be playing basketball no more for real. Just how it already looks.
So was it dislocated?
Nah, I mean he tore. Like I said, he tore the ACL, but I'm just figuring they had to take the cartilage out of there and restructure the knee
Or
and
it
all that
bone
stuff
on
like
bone,
that.
basically.
So yeah, the way it looks like like it just again, it looks like it almost has a crater going on from whatever's left for the structure.
Wow.
So that's why I said, yeah, that's tough, bro. I hate it, but that's how.
Oh yeah, what's up, man? He said I'd rather get a young corner that can take a chance on Snead. I'd take Malik Muhammad or Dylan Everett if they're available. Absolutely.
Oh heck yeah!
I think Everett helped this stop.
I'm about to say, give me Everett. I like Everett, man. I
He's
like Malik.
I like Malik.
I'm sorry.
Malik. Yeah. No, you got it. Go ahead.
No, I just like Dylan Everett as well. I had did a short on Dylan Everett too, just like his performance. And I think just like you just said, he made him some money. He definitely made him some money, man. Like running that excuse me, running that 4.38. The vert for his size was pretty good as well. You know, it's in 37.5. Now the height 6'1", that's pretty prototypical. You know what I'm saying? 9 and 5/8 on the hands. So again, all those are good measurables that you want for your outside corner. Anything that people wonder about, it would be his weight being 196. I know some people are kind of caution on that.
Yeah, put on about 10 pounds.
I mean, once you get into the NFL level, you know, of course, get on those NFL programs and everything. I feel like it's going to bode well for him. But one thing about it that this guy does well, I really like the fact that he was fluent in the drills, like as far as like hip motion and everything. I really look for that. I really look for that hip mobility and the fluidity between it, so you can be able to get in and out of things, in and out of breaks as well. He did that as well. Strong run defender at the position. We already have one of those. His name is AJ Terrell, but you can have another one and have two guys on both ends who are not afraid to stick their nose in the run game. And think about this. He has so much experience. The SEC is the caliber that comes out of the SEC, especially from Georgia. You already know what you're getting. Those guys are prepared. He played 55 games and started 41 in SEC competition over 4 years. So you're bringing in a guy who's going to be ready and also a guy who can read quarterback eyes well, whether it's in zone coverage or whether he's getting downhill. Regardless, he can get underneath throws as well because he's a very smart guy. Now, people call him grabby, but they said the same thing about Kobe Bryant as well, you know, so who's on the Falcons as well. And
he showed that a little bit. Yeah, he showed that a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, for him to step in though, he played pretty well.
He played well again. Yes. Yeah. One thing I want the Everett to work on is working on not letting guys get like those free releases, especially like in man coverage.
At the line, yeah, I seen a lot of that.
Yeah, that's the one thing I want him to work on. But my thing is, I think if he gets on the Falcons, all that will be getting worked out because he has all the right tools that you want in a corner already. So it's like all you got to do is get him in here and let him play the right way, teach him the right way, let our guys get his hands on him. And I think it's going to be the next rookie if we were able to draft him that can pop immediately.
Right. And the crazy thing about it, man, I did that D'Angelo Pons profile. I had to delete it. If y'all saw it, I had to delete it because I have some copyright in there, so I had to delete it. But the crazy thing about it, D'Angelo Pons is the cornerback that I would like. And you talked about Dylan Everett's vertical at 5'9", D'Angelo Pons. His vertical is 43.5. Think about that at 5'9". So at the next level, he can play against big corners or small corners, play in the slot, and he plays well against the run as well. So You talk about those two; those would be two of the top cornerbacks on my board, and probably A1s too.
Yeah,
But
man.
Tay had a question. He said it would be if Troy Anderson and Braden Trice are healthy this year, the defense group will be better than it was last year. I can see that. But it's like you
Yeah.
said, big if.
I'm talking about that if is bigger than those words can even illustrate for real. Because to be honest with you, I feel like the bigger if is for Troy than for Braylon. As that may sound crazy to some people, but if you think about it, does it really? Troy, no one knows who or what Troy Anderson is. It's been so long since that Saints game to where it was called the Troy Anderson game because he was so disruptive that game. That was the game that gave everybody hope. But I'm sorry, I just don't know who you are and what you are at this point anymore. So I guess that's going to be the whole proving ground, and that's going to be the good thing about football, is be having somebody that can not only prove that they can stay healthy, but they can still play the game. It's going to be the same thing for Trice. I really believe if Trice never got injured in preseason that time, he would have been a focal point last year. And honestly, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. Like, is he going to be ready as well? Because we didn't hear anything positive after when he was ruled out. What was that like after the last preseason game, and we was coming into the season, and then all of a sudden he had like some fluid on the knee, and that was the end of it. Almost sounded like operation. Is it water on the knee?
You going to hell?
No, no, man. Just saying.
DBG11 say with Smitty great breakdown. Lee Hunter, he's become one of my favorites. Need to stop the run.
Dancing Bear.
You like a defensive tackle? He's number one. The kid out of Ohio State is another one. The Iowa State defensive tackle. I mean, I can go on and on because that's one position I feel like the Falcons got to fill in this draft. And I heard it on the other day on, I think it was 92.90 game or 680, where they said they neglected the edge rusher for so long, it caught up with us. And if we had drafted edge rushers in probably the draft before the last one and the one before that, we wouldn't have a problem at edge rusher right now. And Braden Trice injury didn't help. But at the same time, you got to load on a position that you're weak at. You got to.
Yeah, man. Old Lee Hunter, man. That's old Dancing Bear right there, man. I did a short on him on my shorts channel, A1 Forever Shorts, if you don't know about that. So I just, shorts from this show. Well, shorts from the shows, just, sports shorts, anything that just got to do with it. I just throw all the shorts.
Oh, yeah, D'Angelo Pond on the 435. He'll speed demon.
Yeah. But Dancing Bear is Lee Hunter, man. I was, again, seeing the way that big man can move. I know, of course, it's out of pads, but at the end of the day, like, he moves with purpose. And again, he is a run stuff and nose tackle, something that we need, and just a big body that's going to open up space for other guys like the Ruka Rose or like the Zach Harrisons, Brandon Dorless, all those guys like that. So you need to get
he quick at the point of attack too.
He is, bro.
He hit that first step for somebody his size, he'll knock you down. But
knock you right over.
Oh yeah. What do y'all think about linebacker from Pittsburgh, Lewis? Do y'all like him over Rodriguez from Texas Tech? Absolutely not. Rodriguez just got those instincts, man. He got those instincts that you
I will give you that. But it's like, again, Lewis kind of fits what we do. And also, you think about Kyle as well. He was a former safety.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, he probably covered
he still had those tendencies as a safety as well, even though he plays linebacker. So you can have a guy.
You know who came in the NFL as a linebacker that was a safety in college, ended up being an excellent linebacker? Foye Oluokun. So
yep. And remember, we're used to those type of players anyway. Remember Kamal Ishmael. Sure, I mean, we got Billy Bowman now. Think about Tyler Allgeier was on defense, then he went to the running back position. He really fits as far as like the identity, at least having like a player or two who can either do multiple things or have done multiple things, and it's like kind of like amplifies their ability on the field. So I do like Kyle Lewis. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like him a lot. There's another guy I did a short on as well. And I know we haven't talked about it yet, but I know really this kind of talk really segue into it. And it's like, Falcons, what are y'all up to? In the past, we have seen that it's just for some reason Atlanta will not draft their guys. Will not draft their guys from right up the road. But I know it started with the recently we'd have, drafted Jalen Walker. You see the Atlanta Hawks, they did take Asa Newell, but now this new regime is really setting the tone. And it started, think about it, back at the combine when everybody in their showing a large contingency going down to the draft, to the combine to check out some of these guys. Now you're sending a large contingency again going down to the University of Georgia. And you saw pictures of Kirby Smart and Kevin Stefanski standing right next to each other. Kirby doing all the talking, Kevin doing all the, the listening, soaking up information. Those things, Devon Diablo too, Oak, man. That's a good one as well.
Yeah, he plays safe.
Right. But it just, again, how do you feel about the Atlanta Falcons, really actually really just being, not being funny, but really just keeping it simple, stupid, and going down the street and seeing what these guys are looking like and seeing who you want to pluck from there?
Yeah, I mean, like I told you, I think when they went to Georgia Tech, they were looking at the receivers, Rivers, and the quarterback, King. You go to Georgia, they're looking at, we talked about Dylan Everett, Christian Miller. Who else? CJ Allen. I mean, you can go on and on. I mean, Georgia just one of those stomping ground that they should, try to go after all the time. I mean, I don't know what the problem is, but hopefully they finna change the way they're thinking. Aaron, what's up, my guy? He said he high on Tim Keenan. How y'all think about him? 6'1", 327, about a monster in the run game, reliable gap discipline. Absolutely, that's exactly what the Falcons need. Somebody that can eat up space. If they find that, Christian Miller's another guy. Me and A1 talked about 6'4", about 325. Oh yeah. So we'll see, man. We will definitely see because we got one more draft show in us, man. We got one more draft show in us.
Draft show in us.
One more in us. And we got a mock draft coming too. We ain't forgot about y'all. But A1, man, tell everybody what to find you, man. We almost at that hour.
Yes, we are, man. First of all, thank y'all for joining us. This really was definitely a pop-up show. And, we appreciate y'all joining us. So shout out to all the content creators that's on right now that you guys can possibly still check out or go back and look at the shows. But again, we just appreciate y'all coming in, rocking out with us, man. Had a couple things we had to talk about and had to get back on it. But A1 Forever Sports, that's the platform on YouTube. Please come over, like, comment, and subscribe and be a part of the A1 family. Also, Hawks Digest. We got Hawks Digest as well, man. Those Atlanta Hawks. Shout out to them because right now it looks like they're on their way to 11 straight wins. So shout out to those Atlanta Hawks, man, and catch us over at Hawks Digest. Twitter, A1 Forever. Instagram, A1 Forever. The real A1 Forever on TikTok. If you got LinkedIn, I think I'm not A1 Forever over there. I think I'm just Chris Tipmore. But either way it goes. Man, shout out to every last one of you guys. Make sure you guys find your peace today because positive energy always creates elevation.
Facts. Appreciate you, Dirty Bird Game, my guy. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be at the 404 day, Lisa. I don't know. Swat said one more question. If y'all had choice, who would y'all draft in the second round? Like I said, man, I'm going D'Angelo Pons or one of the defensive tackles in Christian Miller or Lee Hunter. Those are my top three. Yes, who you got, Chris?
Oh man, hold on. Who you just go with? One more time.
Pons, Christian Miller, and Lee Hunter. Those are my top three.
I know he's a sleeper for me. I like Elam's Orr. I do like Dylan Everett as well. I do like him, but I will take one of those Washington corners as a side, you know, so or should I say, if Everett is gone, I'll take either one of those guys.
There's one
Prysock,
out of pipeline schools.
Davis. Yeah, Prysock or Davis, you know, so I'll take either one of them. I'm trying to think who else I like. I mean, yeah, that Lee Hunter. I do like Lee Hunter. Christian Miller, like Christian Miller too. But again, I'll even go with DeMonte Capehart. Get him in a good spot, somewhere third, fourth round. If he's around in that area, I feel like that honestly would be a steal around that area. But
Agreed.
But we'll see, man. It's a few guys I like, a couple of receivers, but we're gonna see how it goes, man. And one thing to keep in mind. I think one team that is going to be dictating the draft a lot is going to be the Miami Dolphins because they have 7 picks in the top 100. So it's like a lot of guys are going to be Dolphins, and it's like you really kind of got to look at what they need. We know they're going to get at least probably two wide receivers in this draft,
and they're going to hit on at least 4 of them picks, I think.
Yeah, it's a possibility of that. Okay, Swat's got one more question. It said, if y'all had the choice, who would y'all draft? You know, so with the round.
That's what I just read.
Just period. I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's going to be trenches though. Regardless, I think it's going to be trenches. Like, do you think it's going to be trenches? Do you think it's going to be a skill player, or what? What are you thinking though?
Trenches.
Yeah, that's right.
If I had to be honest, yeah. That Ole Miss defensive tackle, he held too.
I like him as well. I do. Xavier Harris. I'm waiting on a pro day or something like that because I know he didn't perform at the combine. Yeah. So I'm waiting on a pro day to hear something about him. You know, just know a little bit more about him.
Yeah, man. Y'all know to catch me, man. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube for the latest news, debates, topics, anything that y'all can think of Atlanta Falcons or NFL related. I'm there and I'm doing shorts on profiles and free agents. But yeah, man, y'all catch me around and also catch me on Twitter at fatboysnap_21. Like I tell y'all all the time, man, I'm over there blowing it up because that's what I do. But for my boy A1, it's your boy Antoine Smith, and we're gonna roll on out, man. We're gonna holler at y'all later, man. Peace.